program this morning.
Thanks for having me on.
Now, I've got to tell you, my mom and I got the Essence magazine with you and your new husband on the cover, and we said you've got to be the prettiest pregnant woman we've ever seen before in life.
Thank you. I've been hearing that. I know that a lot of people go through changes, hormonal changes, and start looking a little different when they're pregnant. Luckily, I haven't had to deal with that, so I'm very blessed.
Now, how is the pregnancy going? A lot of people want to know how you're doing.
I'm doing great. I'm doing really well. I haven't had any problems, no nausea, no morning sickness. I've been really lucky. I have, so I just hope it stays that way. I got a couple more months left.
Yeah, now, I've got a question for you. I had my son's second birthday party this past weekend in Houston, and my nieces were there. And while I love those little girls, we call them the chunksters because they're overweight. We call them the little chunksters. They are just way too chunky for their age. You know, when the babies are cute, and small and tiny, it's cute for them to be, a little overweight. But now that they're 8 and 9 years old, we're starting to worry about their health, and I heard that you're working on a program. What's going on?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. I just
No, that's okay.
The words, right? The word, and you know what? I really get upset when I see little kids that young, and the parents are overfeeding the kids, and that's part of the reason why I decided to get involved with this new show that I'm doing, which is called Student Body. It's airing on the N Network, and it's actually coming on July 11th at 10 o'clock. So I want everyone to tune in, and it's basically like a kid's version of the show Biggest Loser, except these kids not only have to lose weight, they have to change their attitude and up their self-esteem, and the community has to get involved, their families have to get involved, and it's a big challenge for everybody. And there's a $25,000 prize for the team that makes the biggest overall change, and also the individual that makes the biggest overall change. So I'm a host and mentor of the show, and you know what, the whole thing is really dear to my heart, because as you know, in our community, in the African American community, we have a big problem with obesity as well, and just people just not really being educated on how to cook correctly. We love our soul food, but there's a way that you can still make food and cook it with flavor without using the butter and the fat and all of that. And I actually have on my website, LailaAli.com, I have some recipes, and I'm actually working on that part of my site even more. But that's why I got involved with the show Student Body, because I know there was a need for it. So I hope that everybody watching really tunes in and watches the show, so we don't have to be naming these kids the chunksters and things like that.
Now, you really do a lot of mentoring, and you really are a role model, especially for young black girls. How important is it for you to always remain positive and always remain, just that beacon of light in our community?
Well, it's very important because I actually really irritated with a lot of things about our community. You don't even want to get me started, but just this whole hip-hop era and the images that we're seeing, because it really is running everybody's lives. The kids are so into the bling-bling and having this and having that, and not even knowing that's not reality. You know what I mean? So they're not focusing and striving for education and the right things. And, it's okay to have your fun and listen to your music, but then you need to know when to draw the line and when to get serious and get focused. And, they don't seem to really be doing that. And I think a lot of people that are in the public eye are not being responsible. All I hear is, oh, this is what sells. I see all this cussing and profanity and women running around half naked, and they're not really providing a good role models for our kids. So for me, as a woman and an athlete, I always take into consideration how I'm carrying myself and, what my actions are, because I know that there are young people watching me, not just in our community, just all communities. So it's very important to me.
Well, Laila, it is an honor and a privilege to talk with you this morning, and I thank you for not just what you're doing on the N Network, but what you're doing for especially young black girls in our community, giving them that positive role model. And be blessed in your pregnancy, girlfriend. If you need a babysitter, just give me a call.
Well, I just want to say that, if this show does really well and people tune in and watch, hey, we might be in Minneapolis shooting, because we're definitely going to be going to different communities and, working with the kids to help them grow and become better people as well. So.
Well, girl, look me up, because I got some chunksters on the list up here that
All
can
right.
definitely use your services. You have a blessed day.
Thank you for having me.